important investments in Grand Bahama. We are investing in a new airport, a new hospital, and a multi-million-dollar job program. While these initiatives are much needed, and let me say, these were under the Oxbow Creek Agreement, you know. This is the port's responsibility, but they take those responsibilities off them, right? They do not address, to me, Madam Speaker, the more fundamental need for change.
Reflecting on the performance of the island's economy over the years, the nation's chief stated that while the Grand Bahama Port Authority has responsibility for Freeport, the entity has not recognized the city's potential.
Grand Bahama lost 9% of its GDP last year, and it's continuing to lose more. Our position is clear. The Port Authority, under its present structure, is not realizing Freeport's enormous potential. The status quo is not working, and the people of Grand Bahama deserves better.
The Prime Minister also revealed the steps that his administration has taken to begin rectifying some of the issues at the Port Authority.
It is important to note that there's a provision in the Hospital Creek Agreement that specifies that the costs borne by the government for certain activities and services provided are to be reimbursed by the Grand Bahama Port Authority for amounts in excess of customs duties and emergency taxes collected. Right? And specifically, that's Section 1, Subclause 5 of the Hospital Creek Agreement. My government has begun to invoice the Port Authority for these reimbursable expenses, calculated by an independent accountancy firm. To date, the Port Authority has not provided reimbursement in connection with any of these invoices. We need to have a serious conversation in this country about the best way forward.
For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Simone Davis.
In other news, it was a night of elegance, class, and celebrations. The Bahamas Golden Jubilee Independence Ball being held over the weekend as the road to 50 continues. Our Aja Quant was there for that celebration and filed this report.
Portraits like the one behind me are plastered all over the ballroom, paying homage to those who fought and sacrificed for independence 50 years ago. Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis, Mrs. Anne-Marie Davis, heads of government agencies, government officials, and scores of residents flocking to the ballroom to celebrate 50 years.
We are on the road to 50, and it's worth celebrating.
I am so proud to be a Bahamian.
I feel as secure as ever because I think we were in good hands.
It was only fitting and right for us to be here because we do value our country.
I am proud of all of the accomplishments that we've achieved so far. It's the journey. It's continuous.
I was there on Fort Charlotte in 1973 when they lowered the Union Jack and raised the Bahamas flag, so that's very significant that we reached 50.
A night of poetry.
Lyndon Oscar Pinling, our Black Moses, who guided us out of the ties that kept our nation bound.
A night of dance. A night of singing. The Golden Jubilee Independence Ball showcasing the rich cultural heritage and unwavering spirit of the Bahamian people. Dressed in their finest attire, guests were greeted by a captivating display of Bahamian artwork and historic photographs, taking them on a nostalgic journey through the country's remarkable history. Among the distinguished guests, the Minister for Grand Bahama, the Honorable Ginger Moxie, delivering a powerful speech on the nation's journey towards independence and the immense strides taken since then.
Together, we shall continue to march to a common, loftier goal and continue to write the story of our nation filled with triumph, resilience, and unwavering pride.
In a moving moment, Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis raising a toast to the country and all those who contributed to its progress and success over the past 5 decades.
It is a time to celebrate our shared history, diverse culture, and the remarkable achievements we have accomplished as a nation. Tonight, as we come together in joyous revelry, let us embrace the spirit of camaraderie and unity that defines us as Bahamians.
And as the celebrations drew to a close, pulsating sounds of Junkanoo filled the room as guests danced the night away. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Azure Quant.
Thanks, Azure. Well, it was National Service Day, where Bahamians were encouraged to lend a helping hand to those in need. On island to participate was Prime Minister of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, the Honorable Philip Davis, who assisted with urban renewal's service projects, which took place around the island. Here's that report.
Prime Minister Philip Davis taking part in Urban Renewal's National Service Project on National Service Day here in Grand Bahama. While serving breakfast and connecting with residents in Lewis Yard and Pine Ridge, the nation's leader stressed the importance of providing service throughout the community, noting that the art has been at the core of our culture in times past.
The heart of our culture was our ability to serve one another. We've lost that over the years, and this effort is trying to reignite and to recalibrate our thinking as to why we need to be helping one another.
During some recent reflection among his peers, the Prime Minister declares the need to be our brother's keeper.
The one thing that I think we have lost is that feeling of brotherly love for one another. We are one people, right? And the one thing that will keep us together is just being able to love one another.
It's all about service to those less fortunate, and Deputy Director of Urban Renewal, Senator Kirkland Russell, thanked the PM for taking the time to exemplify what service means.
Whether it be our seniors, whether it be our persons living with disability, whether it be our children in the community, whoever it is, it's about service to those that are less fortunate.
A day of this magnitude is something the Deputy Director doesn't expect to be a one-off, and the idea is to provoke a mindset of service that transcends throughout time.
This event is intended to continue on to through the entire 1 year service of this Jubilee anniversary, which actually ends next year, July 10th. We believe that if we continue to do it, churches, government, NGOs, civic organizations, we believe that this will become a part of our culture.
The service project included clothing drives at various urban renewal centers on the island. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Shane Stubbs.
And in news from police, a 26-year-old male resident of Bahama Palm Shores, Abaco, is in police custody after he was found in possession of dangerous drugs on Friday, June 23, 2023. Preliminary reports revealed that shortly after 9 p.m., officers attached to the Marsh Harbor Police Station while conducting saturation patrols in the area of Don McKee Boulevard intercepted the driver of a burgundy Honda Accord. Subsequently, the vehicle was searched, where a quantity of suspected marijuana was discovered. The estimated weight and value of the drugs are unknown at this time. Active investigations continue into this matter. And when we come back, the new general manager of the Broadcasting Corporation visits the Northern Service team today. The details of that story, sports, and more when the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, continues.
Happy days are here again on June 30th and July 1st as Dolly Madison Home Center says bye-bye to VAT on all duty-paid purchases. Yes! Shop till you drop. June 30th and July 1st and Dolly pays the VAT. Spend $50 or more and become eligible to win a microwave. And Dolly's Road to 50 promotion, where the 50th customer wins a $50 Dolly gift card. June 30th and July 1st only. Sometimes you want pizza vibe without the whole dang pie. Now there's a new way to get the bold flavors of pizza whenever and wherever you want. You just got to try Pizza Hut's new out in buffalo chicken, meat lovers, pepperoni lovers, and chicken bacon wrap for just $6.99 with VAT. Pizza Hut's new melts are cheesy, crispy, and loaded. Call us at 352-9191 to satisfy your pizza vibe. Cravings.
Don't go through storm season without the Freeport Report app. Visit the Google Play or Apple Store and download for free. Get updates directly to your phone, see approved storm shelters near you, and report any issues that may occur. GBPA and Lusco are here for you. The Grand Bahama Independence celebrations continue Friday, June 30th with the Road to 50 party cruise on board Maxis. Boat leaves Port Lacaya 7 p.m. sharp. Tickets $50, includes light food and 1 drink. For more information, call 727-2692.
We all need to save time, gas, and money. Shopping at Save More can help you do just that. Make us your first stop for all your prescription needs and medical supplies. Get all your health and beauty items at the same time. And don't miss our huge choice of snacks to satisfy your cravings. And the largest vitamin selection and over-the-counter relief products. Need diapers and other baby care items? First stop. The new section for makeovers, cosmetics, and beautiful jewelry will make you sparkle for that next special event. Save More Drugs, your more store.
Where we live. I was born in the Bahamas, a beautiful country with beautiful people. From our crystal clear waters, radiant sunlight, and great hospitality. As we celebrate 50 years of independence, let us continue to lift up our heads to the rising sun, march on Bahama land. Till the road we've trod lead on to our God. I'm Jolanda Thompson Everest. Happy Independence.
Don't miss the 50% off selected items end of season sale going on now at Pandora Port Lacaya.
Did you know that as a small island, Grand Bahama is extremely vulnerable to the effects of global warming? It's never too late to start practicing water conservation and to minimize your contribution to climate change by reducing your carbon footprint. Earth is our home, and there's only one, so let's take good care of it.
Wicked strength, choke canoe, fishing and sailing, just to name a few, free from bondage. That was our heritage. Our nation isn't perfect, there is more work to be done. Forward, upward, and onward towards the rising sun. Yes, we should be proud. It's time to say it loud. Oh, drop your flag, wave it from side to side. Our gold and black represents your pride. Lift your head and say, I'm a proud Bahamian.
From straw work to fresh-grown fruits, Bahamas Independence is a time to celebrate achievements, progress made, and to celebrate the resilience of our Bahamian people. I'm Azure Quant with ZNS Northern Service, wishing a happy independence to the best country in the world, the Bahamas. Happy Independence!
I envision a multitude of metropolitan straw vendors, of taxi drivers, operators, of tour owners, of all things Bahamian. I envision our culture being defined and being something that we are very proud about. That's what I envision for the Freeport Harbor. I also envision the industrial sector growing to great strength, the container port expanding, new crane operators utilizing technology, and just us as a country and persons that are Bahamian, to know that we are here in the world and to take our place, to make it as special as it is.
Going down Bremen Road, going down Bremen Road, going down Bremen Road, I can't let nobody.
Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Welcome back. The new general manager at the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas, Clint Watson, touched down on Grand Bahama today to visit the Northern Service staff. Watson was greeted with much excitement and shared his mantra for the BCB going forward.
I look forward to serving you as a general manager. This is not a post where you have people cater to you. This is a post that requires servitude. Because on a daily basis, my responsibility is to ensure that you have the tools that you need to succeed. I have to make sure that you have what it is you need in order to go to the next level. That's servitude. And I understand that coming into this role. I understand that coming into this role, it is about people first.
Chairman of the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas, Piceville Forbes, revealed the key characteristic of the new GM that assured him that Watson was the man for the job.
We must continue to succeed. We've done well, but we must do better. I've never seen a man at his age and his stature and his size walk so much around an entity to make sure things gets done. That unctionized me. And I have total faith, and so does the board, in him and his ability and his capacity to help us do what we want to get done and to take the corporation to another level.
It is now time for Health is Wealth Mondays.
Summer is here and the heat is in full force. Beware of heat exhaustion, which can lead to heat stroke. Extreme heat occurs when temperature reaches extremely high levels, or the combination of heat and humidity makes it difficult to breathe. If you experience symptoms, including feeling thirsty, heavy sweating, headache, nausea, dizziness, and/or weakness, act fast. Move to a cooler area, loosen clothing, and sip on cool water. If no improvement, seek medical attention. As prevention is always better than cure, plan ahead to stay hydrated this summer by drinking more water and less sugary drinks. Wear lightweight, light-colored, and loosely fitting clothing, and take breaks from the heat. Jump in the water or soak up some AC. I'm Dr. Tiadra Johnson. Remember, your health is your wealth.
And your Monday check on sports is next with Shane Stubbs.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Shane Stubbs, and welcome to Sports. We've got some exciting updates for you this evening, so let's take a look. Special Olympics Bahamas putting up some valiant performances at the 2023 Special Olympic World Games held in Berlin, Germany. Team Bahamas would rack up 4 medals in total, highlighted by Caitlin Romer out of Abaco picking up 2 medals in track and field. Here's National Director Gilbert Williams on how things went.
We have a silver medal from this young lady here, Caitlin Romer. She also got a bronze in her 200 meters. And then our bowlers, they picked up bronze in their doubles, a silver in their doubles competition. Mr. Big Stuff, Austin Green, he was on his game yesterday. He picked up a silver medal in his bowling singles.
And also competing for Team Bahamas out of Grand Bahama was Justin Miller, who gave it his all but finished 8th in the 100 meters. But Williams says this won't be the last time we've heard of him.
We know he's run faster than that before, but we're satisfied. Justin is satisfied. We know he did his best. He's got a few years to go yet, and we're looking forward to great things. We believe Justin is the future of Special Olympics Bahamas.
Also finishing 8th in the 400 meters on the final day of competition was Naron Forbes. Next in sports, GB Little League's 12U squad struck gold at the recently held Andre Rogers Baseball Nationals held over in New Providence. They took down JBLN by a final score of 11-4. Despite giving up 3 runs in the first inning, the eventual champs got things going in the second inning and never looked back. Malik Israel and Skylar Gardner charged the offense with their explosive play. Israel finished with 2 hits in 2 at-bats, while Gardner's 2 stolen bases charged the team to finish with 10 stolen bases on the day. GB Little League would also come away with the bronze medal in the 14U division after defeating Adam Bristol Baseball League out of Abaco by a final score of 12-1. And lastly in sports, Jonquel Jones and the New York Liberty scratched and clawed their way to an 89-88 overtime win over the Washington Mystics Sunday afternoon. Jones finished scoreless but grabbed 10 rebounds in the win. They will now take on Jones's former team in the Connecticut Sun this coming Tuesday evening.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That's the update in sports this evening. I'm Shane Stubbs. Be safe and be great.
Grand Bahama Independence celebrations continue Friday, June 30th with the Road to 50 party cruise on board Maxis. Boat leaves Port Lacaya 7 p.m. sharp. Tickets $50, includes light food and 1 drink. For more information, call 727-2692.
To be Bahamian is to be blessed with opportunity. To be Bahamian is to be resilient. To be a role model. It feels amazing to be a part of history. And again, I am ever so grateful, and I'm excited to see what 50 more years bring. Happy 50th Independence, Bahamas.
New this month at Island Bedding and Furniture. 5- and 7-piece dining room sets. Gorgeous natural wood dining tables and bench sets in mango, acacia, or shisham wood, and your pick of additional chairs. All new living room pieces, including sectional, TV stands, accent tables, and more. For the bedroom, we're all about platforms, unbelievable prices, and no box spring required. Come on down to Island Bedding and feast your eyes on prices you have to see to believe.
Guess what? Budget Pest Control has something important to show you. Coptodermis formisalis, the super termite. What makes them super? Their ferocious appetite can attack your home from below and above. They even attack forestry. But don't worry. Budget Pest Control has extensively studied this species on Grand Bahama. You can even check out our scientific paper. So you can count on us to protect your investment. Call Budget Pest Control, the termite specialist.
The Grand Lucayan salutes our great nation with an all things Bahamian Independence full Sunday brunch. Tickets available at the hotel lobby or call 373-1333 for more information. Happy Independence, Bahamas.
If you're a bystander and you witness a vehicle accident involving a passenger, a power pole, and a downed power line, do not approach the accident scene. Stay in your car and call 919 for emergency medical assistance. Then call GB Power at 352-8411 so that they can disconnect the electricity from the accident site. Though persons may want to help, it's important to keep everyone away from the electrical equipment or from fallen wires. Rescue can only be attempted by a person trained to use special live line tools. If possible, talk to the passengers in the vehicle by yelling out. Encourage the passengers to avoid touching the car frame and not to move until help arrives. This message was brought to you by the Grand Bahama Power Company, reminding you that if it's down, it's dangerous.
I thought the march was very, very good. Today we're celebrating 61 years, Doris Johnson, what she did to promote women to bring us to this stage to where we are today.
Seeing the little girls is the coolest part to me because, you know, that's our future.
I actually thought it was amazing to see so many females come on and support one another. It makes me know that, you know, we have actually grown. I know where we came from and I know we have to go further.
A woman's march, that is something that's very different, so I really liked it and I feel like it's a great turnout for being the first one.
I feel good. I'm proud to be a woman in this Bahama land.
I am so proud to be a woman in the Bahamas.
It was July 10th, 1973 that the Bahamas took a leap of faith and became an independent nation. And we know it's been that faith that has kept us through many trials and tribulations throughout the years. Now, as we celebrate 50 years of independence, we know we have to hold on to that same faith to drive us forward, upward, and onward together. I'm Shane Stubbs. Happy Independence, Bahamas.
Have the following supplies on hand at the start of the hurricane season. A minimum 3-day supply of water, which provides 1 gallon of water per person per day. Minimum 3-day supply of non-perishable food items. Flashlights and extra batteries. A battery-powered radio to receive broadcasts that will keep you informed of the storm. A first aid kit. A 7-day supply of any prescribed medication. Don't be caught off guard this hurricane season. Be prepared.
The Bahamas is a Christian nation, so you gotta lead with love. And once we lead with love, it's only way is up for us. And the generation that's coming now, that's our future. So once we continue to invest in them, we only can succeed. Happy 50th Independence, Bahamas.
Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Well, we want to send a special happy birthday to the woman who's been deemed the mother of our nation, Her Excellency Dame Marguerite Pindling. On behalf of a grateful nation, we say thank you for all that you've done and continue to do. A special happy birthday to you. And happy birthday as well to Corinne Lang. Do enjoy. And that's going to do it for us here in the North. On behalf of the entire ZNS News team, I'm Raven Davis. Be sure to stay tuned as the Bahamas Tonight continues.
In 1953, the United States began using a female name for storms. And by 1978, both male and female names were used to identify Northern Pacific storms. This was then adopted in 1979 for storms in the Atlantic Basin. The National Hurricane Center does not control the naming of tropical storms. Instead, there is a strict procedure established by the World Meteorological Organization for Atlantic hurricanes. There is a list of male and female names which are used on a 6-year rotation. The only time that there is a change is if the storm is so deadly or costly that the future use of its name on a different storm would be inappropriate. These are the names of storms for the 2023 Atlantic hurricane season. Arlene, Brett, Cindy, Dawn, Emily, Franklin, Gert, Harold, Idalia, Jose, Katia, Lee, Margot, Nigel, Ophelia, Philippe, Rena, Sean, Tammy, Vince, Whitney. This public service announcement was brought to you by the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas in conjunction with the National Emergency Management Agency.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, the National Report, the budget off to the Senate. A miner charged with major drug bust. Challenges plague BPL. And in sports, local football stars inspire youth. The Bahamas tonight, the National Report starts now.
ZNS News is brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here. Faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Akush Lopinder, and this is the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. Thanks for tuning in. 3 weeks of debate and some 76 heads later, and the 2023-2024 proposed fiscal roadmap is on its way to the Senate for approval, a crucial step before taking effect the 1st of July. Wrapping things up earlier today was Prime Minister and Minister of Finance, the Honorable Philip Davis, who returned to a critical issue: the fundamental need for change in Grand Bahama, an island that lost 9% of its GDP last year. The government making no qualms about its position. The Grand Bahama Port Authority, under its present structure, is not realizing Freeport's potential.
It is important to note that there's a provision in the Hawksbill Creek Agreement that specifies that the costs borne by the government for certain activities and services provided are to be reimbursed by the Grand Bahama Port Authority for amounts in excess of customs duties and emergency taxes collected. Right? And specifically, that's Section 1, Subclause 5 of the Hawksbill Creek Agreement. My government has begun to invoice the Port Authority for these reimbursable expenses as calculated by an independent accountancy firm. To date, the Port Authority has not provided reimbursement in connection with any of these invoices.
The Prime Minister going further to reiterate his belief that the GBPA needs a management and governance change in order to realize real growth and opportunities in Grand Bahama.
Over the years, it was the government that has been doing the work of the Port Authority. We've been attracting the investors. We have been investing in Grand Bahama. So what we need, we have to have a conversation of the relevance of the port. It may still be relevant. So we are open to a range of different possibilities. And we are committed to consulting with the people of Grand Bahama and the licensees of Freeport to determine their outlook and views. But I have to get to a particular point first, and we will then consult, and we'll listen to them. We did before, you know.
Also coming out of this morning's budget wrap-up, a cautionary note to those turning first to foreigners to work locally. With that angle, we go now to a report from our Carla Palmer.
Unapologetic of the government's position of Bahamians first, primarily as it relates to employment, the Prime Minister highlighted his administration's increase in work permit fees and the establishment of an immigration levy fund, in the process sending a strong warning to some employers.
This modest increase in work permit fees, you know, they objected to this. You know, I know. They opposed making it more costly, you know. This is what they did. They opposed making it more costly for people who want to hire foreigners to come to this country to work. Wow. We accept Commercial Enterprises Act. We accept that in some instances, look, we understand, you know. This is not anti-foreigners. We just pro-Bahamian.
Prime Minister Davis says while some foreign workers are required to build capacity, training Bahamians to take over must be the end result.
I want to make it clear to employers that in these instances, we expect a Bahamian to understand, to understudy, and be trained for that position. The Department of Immigration, and by extension, the government, should not find itself. Let me repeat this, right? The Department of Immigration, and by extension the government, should not find itself in a position where an employer is asking to renew a work permit after 10 or 15 years. No. This is unacceptable, especially when our database at the Department of Immigration and at the Department of Labor shows that Bahamians are qualified to fill the posts. I've asked the Department of Labor to hold these employees accountable and ask the Department of Immigration to deny renewal applications where we have suitably qualified Bahamians living here
living here or abroad.
According to Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis, the government's 2023-2024 budget is a reflection of a sustained effort to arrest the country from falling over a fiscal cliff and is touting continued success in this endeavor as a financial jurisdiction.
We are making amendments to the existing legislative framework for digital assets and registered exchanges to address ongoing developments in that field and to offer more oversight and protection mechanisms with the full expectation that we will retain our position as one of the most well-regulated fintech jurisdictions in the world.
Prime Minister Davis says his government is determined and prepared to take the steps necessary to secure the country's future and intends to do just that. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Carla Palmer.
Meantime, the nearly 1% dip in the country's jobless rate welcomed news to the Prime Minister, particularly in the face of the Inter-American Development Bank's July 2022 eerie prediction that unemployment in the Bahamas would stand at 18%. Instead, statisticians have pegged that number at 8.8%.
This number is not only an improvement on the 2019, 2018 and 2017 unemployment rates. It is the lowest recorded unemployment rate since the onset of the 2008 global recession. Madam Speaker, it is wonderful to see so many Bahamians working. And we know there's still much more to do. It is wonderful to see. It is wonderful to see. You don't like good news. It is wonderful to see so many Bahamians working. Yes, sir. And we know there's still much more to do. Yes. We know that. Everyone in our country can be learning, training, working, upskilling, contributing, innovating, and making the most of their God-given talent and potential. That's what we're about, Madam Speaker.
But East Grand Bahama MP Kwesi Thompson today accused the Prime Minister of misleading the House.
Madam Speaker, it is not better because you have less people employed today than you had employed in 2017. It is not better. You have less people employed today. Madam Speaker, you have 200,000 persons who are employed today.
Ingenuous. Well, Labor and Immigration Minister, the Honorable Keith Bell, meantime, clarifying reports about recently granting Bahamian citizenship to a Haitian family. Minister Bell confirming in a social media post that former Haitian citizen, the late Frank Racine, appealed for his help to secure Bahamian citizenship in 2021 after being diagnosed with renal kidney failure. Racine noted that he didn't want to die and leave his wife and children in no man's land. Racine was later sworn in as a Bahamian citizen, but due to pending matters, his wife and children's citizenship were not. Racine died before Minister Bell could fulfill a promise to swear in his wife as a Bahamian citizen in his presence. In honoring his commitment, Bell verified that Racine's wife and children received their citizenship. The immigration minister maintains there was nothing treasonous about this act, as Frank Racine is a naturalized Bahamian and his two small children were born in the Bahamas. News this evening, having wrapped up what many see as a generally enthusiastic 2 days of discussions in Jamaica on the way forward, it is hoped the three-member Eminent Persons Group selected to broker discussions with Haitian interest will be on the ground in that strife-torn country as soon as possible. Counted as a member of the esteemed group, former Prime Minister, the Right Honorable Perry Christie.
The security situation is still not good, and they're very concerned. The Prime Minister of Haiti was quite concerned. They're watching the skies because there's a storm in the area, and even in the best of times, flooding is a major issue in Port-au-Prince. But it looks like they may have dodged a bullet. But again, from the political process is thorny, not settled. There isn't an end in sight. just some momentum in the right direction, and the security situation is still serious.
Now, CARICOM is keen on Haiti holding free and fair elections, but Foreign Affairs Minister, the Honorable Fred Mitchell, acknowledges this is difficult.
It seems to me the next stages will have to be the appointment of a provisional electoral council, which will be responsible for organizing the elections. Most people are thinking 18 months down the road, with the best of luck, maybe shorter. But the first thing is all the parties have to agree on what to do, and that we're not there yet. Almost there, I think.
Load increase is creating a further strain on an already stressed network, is what Bahamas Power and Light officials say is behind recent power outages here in the capital. Altaviz Munnings has more on what officials at the nation's power giant are doing to remedy it.
Good evening, Makushla, and good evening, Bahamas. We're only days into the 2023 summer season, and residents here in the Providence are not too pleased that Bahamas Power and Light officials have already begun to experience problems with power generation here on the island. BPL officials issued a statement today confirming those challenges occurred late last week and on the weekend at its Clifton, Pier, and Blue Hills power stations. We got more details on the matter from the minister responsible for BPL, the Honorable Alfred Sears.
We have given BPL, based on our policy, that we have to ramp up the effort to incorporate renewable energy in its power generation. And over the next 12 months, we hope that there will be 20 megawatts of power, 2 10-megawatt solar generating field that will help to alleviate the financial burden, as well as give more resilience to the generation of power in the Bahamas by BPL.
In an effort to increase power generation capacity on Monday, 4 megawatts of rental generation was returned to service, and an additional 15 megawatts operated by BPL was available by the end of the day. BPL is also actively working on one of its primary units that provides 28 megawatts of generation. And if successful, this will give BPL 276 megawatts of available generation that can adequately meet New Providence's peak demand of 270 megawatts. Now, the country's power provider anticipates the commissioning of 33 megawatts of additional rental generation by July 5th, with repairs underway on one of the Blue Hills power station units that should be completed by July 6th.
They're currently working on a business plan that will incorporate more technology, smart metering, and also incorporating solar power generation, so that there will be less demand in terms of its scarce resources for fuel.
BPL officials concluded their statement noting that they're working towards short and long-term solutions that will not only guarantee reliability, but that can power communities with safe and affordable electricity. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Altaviz Munnings.
You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. There's more news in a moment.
This portion of the news was brought to you by Sun Oil Limited Shell, fueling journeys that matter.
You have enough things to worry about. Living in a world that can seem opposite of the things you are trying to accomplish.
I can need a little help with this process.
We're here to let you know that you don't have to go at it alone. Choose peace of mind. Choose comfort. Choose CB. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Just when Leo was about to buy this useless pair of Hands underwear, he remembered that it was Tuesday. Hungry for deals? You better come satisfy it at KFC before doing something crazy. Crazy Tuesdays! 5 juicy, mouth-watering pieces of world-famous KFC chicken, handmade with a secret blend of 11 herbs and spices for only $10. Crazy Tuesdays! A finger-licking good deal.
Lift up your head to the rising sun, Bahamaland. March on to glory, your bright banners waving high. See how the world marks the manner of your bearing? Pledge to excel through love and unity. Pressing onward, march together to a common, loftier goal. Steady sunward, though the weather eyed the wide and treacherous shoal. Lift up your head to the rising sun, Bahamaland, till the road you've trod lead unto your God. March on, Bahamaland.
Spring is here and Easter is right around the corner. Thinking about moving forward with your personal goals that require money? Fidelity Bank can get you approved in no time without the red tape and the runaround. Fidelity offers competitive interest rates and minimal fees. The loan that you need and can afford is just a phone call away.
Fidelity.
One by one, the 21 people allegedly behind one of 2 big drug busts last week appeared in court today to be formally charged. As Lloyd Allen tells us, among those arraigned on a rash of charges was a minor.
An emotional day in court for the 12 women. 9 men arraigned in the magistrate's court Monday for possession of dangerous drugs with the intent to supply, among other charges. It was back on June 20th that the group was apprehended on a vessel just west of Saunders Beach, while law enforcement officials then reported 39 keys of suspected cocaine valued at an estimated $750,000. Magistrate Samuel McKinney detailing for the 15 Ecuadorians, 3 Bahamians, and 3 Chinese, one of which was a 13-year-old minor, their charges. Those included 1 count of possession with the intent to supply, 1 count of conspiracy to possess dangerous drugs, and the 3rd count to export dangerous drugs outside of the country. Now, during the trial, one of those persons indicating to the magistrate that she had paid $2,000 to one of the captains, a member of that group, for transport through the Bahamas into the U.S. That claim also supported by the other foreign nationals. By the end of the hearing, all of the foreign nationals were remanded to the Bahamas Department of Corrections until their court date, while the 3 Bahamians were offered $50,000 bail with 2 surety and required to report to the nearest police station once per week until the upcoming court date set for April 14th. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Lloyd Allen.
Well, thanks, Lloyd. On a lighter note this evening, Royal Caribbean International is following through on a commitment to increase cruise tourism to the Bahamas. RCI announcing that its newest Oasis-class ship, Utopia of the Seas, will visit. Starting next July, the cruiser will call on Nassau twice weekly, bringing more than 15,000 guests per week, totaling 300,000 in 2024 and 750,000 additional guests in 2025, bringing the total number of Royal Caribbean visitors to Nassau to over 2 million annually. Now, navigating the ship on its inaugural voyage to the Bahamas will be Royal Caribbean's first Bahamian female officer, Ivana Seymour. Well, farmers across the country now getting an opportunity to be recognized for their hard work and dedication. Come September 16th, the first ever Agrarian Awards will go down at the Margaritaville Resort at 7 p.m. Minister of Agriculture and Marine Resources and Family Island Affairs, the Honorable Clay Sweeting, clues us in on the nomination process and what the winners will walk away with on the big night.
Through a nomination process and criteria that is posted on ADO's website at www.ado's adobahamas.org. Awards will be given to a male and female Farmer of the Year, of whom will be given $10,000 in cash. Youth Male and Female Farmer of the Year will be given $5,000 each, as well as a full scholarship to BAMSI. Schools and community farms can also apply and receive prizes such as gift certificates towards their farms. As nominations occur, a blue ribbon panel with farming experts will decide on finalists and the overall winners.
Eleuthera native and pineapple farmer Lady Diane Thompson will be the first Lifetime Achievement Award recipient, a recognition Sweeting says is well-deserved.
But for decades, Lady Di has made strides in pineapple farming in the Bahamas, assisting other farmers with establishing their farms, and has passed on her knowledge to future generations. Now her son takes a role of helping her in her farm and even as his own pineapple farm as well. But her efforts have not only improved the lives of countless individuals in her community, but has influenced agriculture on a national and even global level. She has and continues to set an example of excellence for others to follow, but not just people, but women. She has, in her own realm, created a revolution on what women could do in this sector alone.
Meantime, attracting young Bahamians to the agriculture sector is the Agricultural Development Organization's goal. ADO Executive Chairman Philip Smith is convinced introducing farming to the students of more than 20 public schools, coupled with acquiring necessary grants, are steps in the right direction.
We chose 22 schools, and then we purchased some supplies, and we have been distributing those. And then we are working right now with, we have a grant that is about to come through any day that will take an additional, that will give supply $20,000 to each of those 20 schools. We'll purchase supplies, we'll purchase greenhouses, we'll purchase, you know, the chicken, that they can raise their own chicken and all of that.
The National Report returns in a moment. Stay with us.
Edition of the news is being brought to you by the 50th Independence Secretariat. Go to their website, celebrate-bahamas.com, or their Facebook page, Celebrate Bahamas, to see the schedule of exciting events.
Well, back then we had check-in, manual check-in, and ticketing was manual. Bag tags check-in was manual. So we had to make sure those tags stayed on the bags to their final destinations. We had interline bags, so we had to do interline bags if you're going from Nassau to Miami, Miami to Charles de Gaulle. In Paris, the bag had to stay on that, the tags had to stay on the bag, and they were manual tags. You had to make a duplication of the bag tags and make sure that the tags, the numbers, the name went through. You had to know your airport airline codes. Nassau was NAS, MIA was Miami, and CDG was Charles de Gaulle. So we had to make sure that bag was interlined to its final destination. Every time I get a satisfied customer, that makes my day. So just seeing that passengers are pleased with our services, and I make sure that they are very pleased with their entire transition from whatever they want to speak with me about, because sometimes you have passengers from the 800 number, the 1-800 number. We have passengers from all over the world. Germany, Paris, all over, Miami. And we have domestic passengers calling too sometimes. When my passenger is pleased, so I've had several memorable experiences. The first one was when somebody came and bought me a dozen red roses and say, here you go, this is for good service, you know, and I just got another one last week, which was the Easter season. I just put it in with my little teddy bears. We had an Easter treasure hunt, but from day to day, we would normally just give somebody who made the most sales, we'd give them a treat, or we'd give them something to make them say, here is a treat for the day. Even though it's something small, they also appreciate that. A chocolate, a candy here and there. It doesn't mean that you have to give somebody a big gift to make them feel comfortable and appreciate it. But that's what I normally do with my staff. Sometimes they do ask if I'm from the Bahamas and what can I give them to make their experience much more memorable and fun. So I would introduce them to the family islands. I tell them that it doesn't stop here in Nassau because the Bahamas is made up of several islands. So I would introduce them and tell them about Exuma, Eleuthera, and the other islands. Some people want to do bone fishing in Andros, but I tell them we don't go there, but I can, direct you to the right airline, But a lot of people look for fishing and all that to come. When they come into Nassau, they say, where could we go? So I tell them, I know of the island experience, and I could just introduce you to those persons there. Because a lot of people now are trying to go into the islands to do bone fishing, and that experience is pretty good for a lot of persons traveling in. Yes. Congratulations on your 50th anniversary, Bahamas Air.
Tourism today, Bahamas tourism today.
California is the largest state in the USA by population. Whilst we are here promoting tourism, we have also promoted the development of new industries as well as aviation and investments. So in our discussion at the mayor's office, we were extremely pleased about the level of overlap between what they do at the mayor's office and what we do in the Ministry of Tourism, Investments and Aviation. So we're going to be working on some joint trade missions. As you know, we have the Family Island Renaissance Program. We're redeveloping 14 airports in the Bahamas. We hope to be able to collaborate in a way where we are deploying top-notch technology, best practices in aviation. We have had some very interesting meetings on the development of TV and movie production industry, and therefore we're going to continue these dialogue. We met with the CEO of Netflix, who is a friend of the Bahamas. We discussed how we might collaborate, how we might advance the film industry for the Bahamas, how we might encourage new professionals in the space, how we might cause there to be training, internship opportunities, and scholarships. This is very similar to the conversation we had with ASU, Arizona State University. That's the foundation of the Sidney Poitier School. We're going to be collaborating with them and connecting them with BTVI and the University of the Bahamas for scholarship opportunities, training possibilities, and seeing generally how they might support this new industry.
Of Education and Technical and Vocational Training, in collaboration with Let's Swim Bahamas and Color Me Reading, recently continued its swim lesson program for first graders at the Eva Hilton Primary School. Minister the Honorable Glenys Hannah Martin underscored the importance of students learning how to swim.
I am very, very happy to be a part of this today. This is a critical exercise and partnership, and I believe it will endure to the strengthening of our nation when we develop a nation of young swimmers. I'm looking forward to that, and that's what we're hoping to do. As I've said, we're now in 8 schools, but we want to expand that so that in every school, as part of the curriculum, we are able to ensure our children are able to swim at the end of the day.
Program Director of Let's Swim Bahamas, Nancy Knowles, outlined the work of the program.
We are in our 15th year at giving swimming lessons to the government school primary
primary students. This is our initiative that we've started since 2008, and we do 5 schools in this area. We do Stephen Dillett, Aubrey Sales, Woodcock Primary, T.G. Glover, and Eva Hilton. This is also the first year that we have ever done all the grades 1 through 6. Really excited that we can now start collecting data on the progress of these children as they move from grade 1 through grade 6 to see how they move through the different stations.
For Ed Talk, I am Jonalee McIntosh. The atmosphere was electric as friends and families reconnected, creating cherished memories. Our young ones experienced pure joy in the dedicated Kids Cultural Zone, engaging in face painting, storytelling, and special games, bouncing castles galore and balloons for the fun of it. The Plait Lady, sharing the traditional skills of plaiting straw, was a particular hit, captivating children and adults alike. As a gesture of gratitude, the first 500 guests received commemorative independence gifts, serving as an enduring memento of this remarkable occasion. This festival exceeded all expectations, magnificently showcasing the unity and cultural richness of the Bahamas. We cannot forget the phenomenal music and art entertainment that was on display. It provided a precious opportunity for everyone to come together on our 50th anniversary of independence and embrace the vibrant spirit of our Bahamian identity.
The 6th edition of the Bahamas Games are on the way. July 7th through the 15th. Get ready for inter-island sporting competition in the spirit of unity and camaraderie. Which island is gonna win? Our nation, our talent, our games. And look out for the B Games crew coming to your island soon. For more information, call 809-1242 or visit thebahamasgames.org.
Bahamas, FYP, and the Pink Center want to wish you a very happy 50th Independence. To celebrate, we've teamed up with Valspar to offer you 50% off on select paints until July 15th. So whatever your project, whatever your inspiration, the Paint Center at FYP can help get it done. Stop by today to pick your color and save 50% off on paint. 69 Wolf Road in Nassau. Some restrictions apply. See store for details.
Join up for life insurance. Secure the ones that you love. Join up with Family Guardian. We offer full protection. Join the family. Join the family. Family Guardian. Protect the ones you love. A brand that you can trust. Family Guardian.
Hey, it's your honorary pump attendant back again with another episode on the do's and don'ts at a service station. Let's go. What you ain't gonna do is just pull up to any dispenser and put the nozzle inside your car without reading the signs. Because if you put the wrong fuel inside your car and the car mess up, you can be mad at us, all right? And then you have to walk or catch bus for about 3 to 18 months. What you're supposed to do is read the signs. We place signs all over the dispenser to tell you which fuel is which. Because you put the wrong one in the car, say bop, and you can be mad at us. You can be, oh, what happened to my car? No, it's you who ain't read. It say diesel, diesel, one word, diesel. You got up, and you mad at us. Read, that's all you have to do.
Shell Unleaded improves your fuel economy, giving increased miles per gallon, allowing you to do more of what you really want. Special additives used in Shell Unleaded improve your engine's efficiency. So go further with Shell Unleaded. Venture out to beaches, Junkanoo, and festivals and bring home memories that will last a lifetime. Shell, fueling journeys that matter.
Are you or a loved one under medical care? Do you need affordable medical supplies?
Ports International is the largest home healthcare supplier. Medical supplies at the very best price. And you can even shop online. From hospital beds to wound care, wheelchairs to walkers, Ports is a one-stop shop for your medical supplies, and we accept insurance. We have online shopping and 2 locations to serve you, at the Airport Industrial Park and Shirley Street. We also ship to the Family Islands. Shop online and visit us on Facebook. Call Ports at 377-1771.
A packed room of gospel music enthusiasts turning out at the Bahamas Faith Ministries International Sunday for the country's 50th Independence Jubilee concert. Our Desmond Saunders was there.
60 of the nation's top gospel acts under one roof, celebrating the road to the country's 50th independence.
I'm humbled to be asked to be a part of this amazing celebration of the gospel.
It's our 50th anniversary of independence, and I was, of course, alive at that time. I was born 67.
The Bahamas Gospel Jubilee explosion at Bahamas Faith Ministries International Sunday, an explosive, spirited experience for hundreds, one of many events marking the country's milestone. The event solidifying the country's deep-rooted religious traditions and Christian values.
With the Bahamas being a Christian nation and we build our nation on godly principles, it's just a good thing to be able to have a night designated just for the gospel community.
Officials at the Independence Secretariat now gearing up for the historic July 9th celebrations on Clifford Park. Head of the Secretariat, Leslie Miller Bryce, giving us a preview.
Previous years is going to be extremely different, very different. Lots of new and exciting things. We got very creative. We thought out of the box. We're turning 50. And so the creative team, the things that we're pulling out the hat has never been done. And so we're asking Bahamians, come out early. We put a lot of bleachers out there, additional seating. That has never happened before. Ministry of Works, thank you so much to the Minister, Alfred Sayers. He's doing a phenomenal job. There's lots of changes, lots of things happening. So I'm just asking the public, all roads lead to Clifford Park, July 9th.
Desmond Saunders, The Bahamas Tonight.
And as we head to the break, we'd like to thank all our viewers watching us live on our social media platforms. And just in case you missed the news, be sure to head there to catch up. Stay with us. There's more after the break.
With the help of our authorized financial institutions, or AFIs, using sand dollars is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Step 1. Identify your preferred AFI by browsing their websites or contacting them directly. Step 2. Download the free mobile application from Google Play or the Apple Store and then register for a sand dollar account. Step 3. Load money onto your mobile app and begin sending and receiving sand dollars or purchasing and selling goods and services.
We are pleased to be
your central bank approved
digital wallet providers.
It does not matter
which of us you choose.
You can pay for goods and services
wherever sand dollar is accepted.
We are all in this together.
Visit sanddollar.bs for more information.
This is the super versatile Ring stick-up cam. It goes indoors, outdoors, outdoors in the rain. It's got two-way talk.
Hey, Eddie.
Works with Alexa. Comes in tons of power options and works with Ring Alarm to start recording automatically if something's going on.
Seriously?
Seriously. So start protecting your home with the easy installing indoor-outdoor stick-up cam by Ring.
Solomon's, we're all about family. We believe in quality brands and giving you what you need and more for every occasion. Our store is filled with items for the entire family, celebrating everyday living for you and those you love. Shopping is now more rewarding than ever with My Solomon Smart Rewards. Solomon's, because family matters.
Our free pick, pack, delivery service gives everyone in the Family Islands a chance to shop a variety of club products and prices right from home. Simply call or WhatsApp your order to 242-677-7266 or email order@amlfoods.com. A friendly customer service representative is waiting to pick, pack, and deliver your order to the mailboat of your choice. The options are truly endless, and with membership, you save even more. So order today and let Cost Right pick, pack, and deliver right to you.
That was my new car. Guess I'm back on my bike.
Your bike? CG offers new car replacement. Remember my monster truck days? Well, one night I attempted a 50-foot pogo double backflip. I landed it and went to karaoke. It wasn't until afterward that my car got hit by that fisherman. He gave me some great mahi-mahi though. Anyway, they paid fast and got me in a new car. Now call a cab. I want you to meet my alpaca guy.
New car replacement for the first year of ownership. CG Atlantic Agents and Brokers. Good like that.
Have you ever purchased a defective item and was denied an exchange or cash refund? Contact the Consumer Protection Commission at 393-7795-8 or our 24-hour complaints hotline at 357-7898 and let us help your voice be heard.
Hey, get up, stand up. Stand up for your right.
If you live in Eleuthera, those large sinking potholes should soon be a thing of the past. A massive road improvement project underway, giving a big boost to the local economy and some relief to motorists. Here's Desmond Saunders.
Eleuthera residents can breathe a sigh of relief knowing that their daily commute will be a bit smoother and easier. A multi-million-dollar program underway to repair, repave, and patch poor quality roads. Minister of Works, the Honorable Alfred Sayre, says a road reconstruction is necessary at this time.
Eleuthera is one of those island economies which is growing very rapidly. The government has made a commitment to overhaul the infrastructure, their major projects, their Bahamian entrepreneurs who are expanding their businesses, and 163 miles of highway as well as community roads will be rehabilitated, reconstructed, seawalls. Also, there will be drainage infrastructure installed.
Bahamas Striping Group of companies completing the repairs with the help of 7 Eleuthera contractors. They received a crash course of sorts over the weekend on road construction and repairs, facilitated by the Ministry of Works Senior Civil Engineer Francis Clark.
Eleuthera has a poor road network, and the government of the Bahamas has embarked on a road paving program here in Eleuthera with Caribbean Paving Solutions. What we are doing here at the moment is similar to what we are doing here in New Providence. We have 7 contractors that will be responsible for 7 separate zones on the island of Eleuthera that will be attending to the pothole issues in the settlements and also on the main roads until the contractor can complete paving.
Bahamas Striping CEO Atario Mitchell believes a massive roadworks and improvement project is just what Eleuthera needs to revitalize its economy.
We're in Exuma right now currently. We are about to start here in Eleuthera, and we also have looking at starting some inside Long Island very soon. We're going to hire subcontractors to get the prep work, the base work, and as well as some of the other scope of the work done. Our focus is going to be applying the asphalt, the hot mix, and some of the more, skillful areas. But anywhere where we can train Bahamians and bring them on into the project, we're definitely going to do it.
Several Family Island communities on tap to receive similar repairs, addressing the mounting concerns of motorists and providing economic empowerment for local entrepreneurs. Desmond Saunders, Bahamas Tonight.
Well, it's time now for a check on Family Island weather with Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean. Basil, some pretty nasty weather out there today.
Absolutely, but some improvement is on the way. We'll tell you about that later in the newscast. But right now, we're having some light rain showers, temperature at 86 degrees, relative humidity 75%, southerly winds at 13 miles per hour, the barometric pressure 1,015.0 millibars. That is 29.97 inches, and the pressure is steady. Temperatures around the Family of Islands this evening, they are brought to you by Family Guardian Insurance Company. We're protecting you. 85 degrees in Freeport, Grand Bahama, Green Toll Key, and Marshall, Babaco. The Berry Islands, 86. Alisson, Bimini, 86 degrees as well. 85 degrees in Harper Island and Rock Sound, Eleuthera. Black Point, Exuma, and Camp Surveys on Andros at 87 degrees, 86 in Fresh Creek, Central Andros. Artisan, Cat Island, San Salvador, and Rum Key for 84 degrees. Georgetown, Exuma at 85, and then we pick up some more 85s in Rygat Island, Clown Sound, Long Island, and Crooked Island. Betsy Bay, Miguana, 86, Acklands, 86, Matthew Town, Agua, 87, and the Turks and Caicos Islands also reporting 87 degrees. And your boating forecast tonight is brought to you by Builders Mall, home of FIP, the Tower King, and the Paint Center. In the Northwestern Islands tonight through Tuesday, the winds are going to be southeast at 10 to 15 knots, wave heights 2 to 4 feet. Low tide taking place at 8:53 tonight, another low tide at 9:10 tomorrow morning. And for the central and southeastern islands, southeast winds once again at 10 to 15 knots, and the wave heights 2 to 4 feet. Now, as we take you into Wednesday, middle of the week, those winds, they're going to fall off light and variable both in the northwest and central parts of the country, with the wave heights around 1 to 3 feet. Low tide on Wednesday, 9:57 in the morning, high tide at 4:26 in the afternoon. For the southeastern islands on Wednesday, easterly flow 10 to 15 knots, and the wave heights 2 to 4 feet. That's going to do it for your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures, and they are brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. That's going to do it for your international temperatures, brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. But stay tuned, your extended weather forecast is still ahead.
Have you been denied a U.S. visa and don't understand why? Have you been turned away from the U.S. border without an explanation? Maybe you've had a prior arrest or conviction and you're not clear on how to move forward at this point. Call our office. We may be able to help. 954-449-1833.
Hey, Mom, can you look after Kaylee?
Sorry, I'll be out for a while doing my home and car insurance.
What? You know there's a newer way, right?
A new way?
Where have you been?
Look, go to newerinsurance.com, log in, get your quote, buy your insurance, done. You can even use it to manage a claim.
Oh?
By the way, it's not newer. It's NUA. Where's she been?
Do it anyway with NUA Insurance Agents and Brokers.
Of the Bahamas. Fly away.
When you get back home from vacation, the last thing you want to do is stand on another line to fill out your exemption paperwork. Well, guess what? You don't. Exempt. Now with the click of a button, you can fill out your customs form, calculate duties, and even pay online while you're still traveling. Just show your QR code to the customs officer, let them check your bag, and you're out of there. As of June 12, 2023, this app will become mandatory for all returning residents of the Bahamas. The Exempt app is now available on Google Play or Apple app.
For hurricane season, we got impact windows and doors. For protection, just come to our store. Plus we got tiles to pretty up your walls and your floors. we'll help you brighten up for that big bad storm. Porcelain cars, blank tiles, mosaic tiles, a variety of styles. Before teens get right, they gotta be rough. That's why we got the best deals in the whole Bahamas. Hey, hey.
The most important thing in life is family. And whenever you need reliable advice, you look to the people you know you can trust. At J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers, we earn our clients' trust every day. Whether it's home, motor, travel, or commercial insurance, we've got you covered. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance. Peace of mind.
My Gateway is the centralized, safe, secure way to access and pay for government services online. Go to mygateway.gov.bs. Click Login. Register with a government-issued ID like your NIB card. Fill in your personal information exactly as it appears on your ID, including spaces, periods, and dashes. You'll only have to sign up once. Now you're ready to request services on My Gateway. Receive an email confirmation for every request and email alerts when your documents are ready. You must have a valid, government-issued ID in order to collect documents. New services will be added every month. My Gateway is fast, easy, and convenient. For more information, visit mygateway.gov.bs.
That's it. Come on now. Oh, Kachai!
Stacey, what game this is you playing?
I'm playing duck and potholes.
Local government can benefit people at the community level and free up parliamentarians to focus on legislation rather than vexing issues like potholes. In 2019, a committee reported its findings on local government for New Providence. We need more hands-on government and a system that works for the people. Imagine local government.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
Welcome to sports, everyone. I'm Amajal Knowles. While American football has not yet been introduced to our local high school sports system, it's evident that the talent and desire to play from young Bahamians is certainly there. The evidence, the turnout of the second annual Bahamas All-Pro Camp this weekend. More in this story. The second edition of the Bahamas' All-Pro Football Camp got underway this weekend at the Thomas A. Robinson National Stadium. The star-studded camp not only included returning NFL players, but also the Bahamas' Michael Strawn, who plays as a wide receiver for the Indianapolis Colts, Rashad Fenton, who plays cornerback for the Arizona Cardinals. Professional players who joined them in the camp this year included Los Angeles Chargers wide receiver Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, John Hightower, the Miami Dolphins Cedric Wilson Jr. and Duke Riley, as well as safety Dayalo Jamal Swearinger.
Feels great to be back. Seeing these kids out here is such a blessing to see, and they're ready to work. They came out, they were excited, and that's what motivates me and brings me joy, just to see these kids out here having a great time, and the ability for us to give back and use our platform is such a special thing.
Man, it's huge. I know football really isn't in the high school sports and youth as much as it is in the States, but man, the talent is here, the speed is here, and if we can just implement it properly and get it spread out throughout the islands, man, who knows the possibilities that can happen with all these kids and their potential.
Strong on seeing the interactions between the players and the campers.
Yeah, for a lot of them, like you said, it's their first time meeting NFL players, and we have a group of, guys that came in to help us out today. Shout out to them. But to see these kids out here, they come up to ask, they're so interested, and they want to know what it is to be on that level, and they want to know the process it took to get there. It's such a great thing to see how motivated they are. And they want to go all the way. They want to go all the way.
In championship action taking place yesterday at the Andre Rogers National Baseball Stadium for the BBA's 2023 Andre Rogers National Championships over in the 16U division, it would be Freedom Farms TC Baseball League 11-1.
I mean, it's a great feeling. Last year he was in there for it and we lost, so it's a very great feeling to win this year.
I mean, it's a good feeling also, just to take part in it. Last time he was in there, like he said, but it's a good feeling.
We've been doing pretty good, hitting the ball, running out all the ground balls, and doing our best,
Well, fundamentals was key for us, making sure that we keep pressure on the defense and running the bases hard. That was the key for us.
Switching over to basketball, a decade impacting young hoopers improve their basketball skills. Junico Bowls Summer Camp is back at the Kendall Geologic Gymnasium. Speaking to the ZNS Toll sports team, Bowls could only describe it as a blessing to continue to mentor the youth.
Well, this is actually a 10th year, but I definitely have to give God all the thanks and glory, for allowing me to make it this far. As you can see, the campus definitely grown over the years. And, the kids has been my passion, from day one, just being obsessed almost to see these kids achieve and to get better within the skill of the game of basketball. So I think that has been my main drive, my main passion, allowing to see these kids, move from level to level each year within the skill of basketball. And so, like I said, it's definitely an honor, and definitely want to give God all the glory and thanks for this opportunity.
And he has some help this year from high school coach from the States with a pretty impressive resume.
Today we're working on ball handling and passing drills. I've been coaching for the past about 20 years. I wanted to coach myself since the 3rd grade, and doors opened up for me to coach high school basketball at Liberty Christian Academy in Lynchburg, Virginia, and also Timberlake Christian School in Lynchburg, Virginia. And this year I'll be one of the coaches at Virginia University of Lynchburg, and I also coached AAU for several years with the Mixers, now 16U footprints in Lynchburg, Virginia.
And from basketball to the field, more specifically the throwers, Blue Chips Athletics Summer Camp got underway today. Corrington Maycock and his team have recently produced some of the best throwers that the country has ever seen, with a number of Carifta medalists and World Junior and NCAA champions under his belt. He's looking to find the next blue chip prospect.
Camp is basically, we're going full force for discus, shot put, javelin. And it's also, we're using the camp as a feeder system for our club, as well as some of the other throwing clubs, the ones that don't make it here. They'll be recommended to go into some of the other throwing clubs.
Among those champions is Rima Ottabor, the Nebraska Cornhusker, who just won a national championship in the women's javelin in the NCAA. She spoke to ZNS Toll sports team on the accomplishment, as well as the help of her coaching.
It means a lot. I feel like I put a lot of hard work into it. I had a lot of determination, and it was one of my goals that I set for the season. And so being able to accomplish it means the world. I can be more proud of this accomplishment. Well, the biggest thing is that they continuously give me the support that I need, both mentally and, I guess I want to say emotionally. When I feel like things aren't going the way that I want it to go, usually I'd help them to look to kind of reassure me that I'm on the right track. Just stay patient and the results will come. And they have been coming, and I couldn't be more happy about that.
That's been a look at your sports on this Monday. A check on weather when we return.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
Health is the greatest gift. That's where we come in. Bahamas Medical and Surgical Supplies is the premier distributor of medical equipment, as well as medical and surgical consumables. Our engineers are always on hand, providing top care service that saves lives. We carry a wide selection of over-the-counter and prescription items, IV fluids, and other injections. Our products are state-of-the-art, and our entire team stays on top of cutting-edge technology. With more than 2 decades of dedicated service, Bahamas Medical and Surgical Supplies continues to be a trendsetter and innovator in healthcare. We have set ourselves apart by truly caring for our customers. We understand the intricacies of healthcare, and we produce spectacular results. We cherish our partnerships and nurture our friendships as we continue on our quest to help everyone maintain that wonderful gift of good health.
Find us on 95th Terrace, Centerville, and now located in the Lucaya Shopping Center of Freeport, Grand Bahama.
1, 2, 3, come on.
It's your honorary pump attendant back again with another episode on the do's and don'ts at a service station. Let's go. What you ain't gonna do is just pull up to any dispenser and put the nozzle inside your car without reading the signs. Because if you put the wrong fuel inside your car and the car mess up, you could be mad at us, all right? And then you have to walk or catch bus for about 3 to 18 months. What you're supposed to do is read the signs. We place signs all over the dispenser to tell you which fuel is which. Because you put the wrong one in the car, say bop, and you could be mad at us. You could be, oh, what happened to my car? No, it's you who ain't read. It say diesel, diesel, one word, diesel. You got up, and you mad at us. Read, that's all you have to do.
For a brighter, clearer, smoother complexion, vitamin A and E enriched Natural Bright cleanses, exfoliates, and moisturizes for a soft, glowing, even skin tone. Natural Bright whitening, lemon and papaya exfoliating soaps for a brighter, clearer, smoother complexion that brings out the natural you. Also available in cream and gel. Natural Bright Soap Collection, distributed by ESC Distributors. Telephone 394-0819.
Summer celebrations start with the weekly specials at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets. Par Excellence long grain rice, 5 pounds, $3.89. Best Value whole kernel corn, 15 ounce, 99 cents. Sawyer's mayonnaise, 30 ounce, $5.99. Sweet mangoes, 2 for $3. Boneless chicken thighs, $2.79 per pound. Donate your change to help feed the Humane Society animals at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets.
Time now for weather.
In our final look at weather, the tropics quiet this evening. Cindy has dissipated, but we still have a couple of tropical waves that are advancing towards the west, but no significant development anticipated over the next few days. Forecast for tonight, we're looking at partly cloudy conditions with widely separated thunderstorms still in the forecast. Low temperature tonight, 79 degrees, and tomorrow it's going to be a couple of showers during the morning hours, as we did have this morning. Otherwise, it's going to be mainly cloudy for the balance of the day with a high temperature of 88 degrees. And your extended weather forecast over the 7-day cycle, a bit on the wet side during the morning tomorrow, but you will see some improvement on Wednesday. Still having 1 or 2 little isolated thunderstorms lurking around, but as we push forward, heading into the weekend, it seems as though the weather's going to be quite nice with lots of sunshine in the forecast. However, those temperatures, they're going to be very steamy. So as usual, we continue to remind you to keep yourself hydrated. Mikishla.
Well, thanks, Basil. And before we leave, we extend warm birthday wishes to our very own Kaylin Green. And today, Marguerite Pinling, who today turns 91. Warm wishes from all of us here at the Broadcasting Corporation. Well, that does it for the Bahamas tonight. Thank you for continuing to make ZNS your first choice for news and information. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. From all of us here at ZNS, thank you for watching and good night.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.